Moreover, the word creator term and describes a deistic term in the 1700s. Jefferson, in his many papers, correspondence throughout his life, expressed a deistic view of religion. Deists did not believe in miracles, revealed religion, the authority of the clergy, or divinity of Jesus. Jefferson regarded ethics, not faith, as the essence of religion. Of course, deists believe in a creator, but thought that the original creator no longer lived or did not play any part in the world or influence in the lives of the people. That goes to the very reason why Americans' founding fathers knew that we, the people, had to form the laws of the land, laws based on human reasoning. Note also that the Declaration says their creator, not our creator. This implies that everyone has a unique creator instead of a universal, our creator, Judeo-Christian God. Their creator could mean several things. It could mean a personal pagan God, as often seen in pagan societies whose members worship their own personal God. It could mean their parents, who provided them with their life rights and their ability to achieve happiness. It could also mean whatever nature or physical laws created them. Their creator implies everything but a Judeo-Christian God. Nowhere else in the Declaration or any other founding document do we find any mention of gods or creators. The entire basis of connecting God with the U.S. government rests entirely on only three words: nature's God and creator, nothing more. And even these three words come from a deist described pagan concept.
What is that deist?
So it says the belief based solely on reason in a God who created the universe and then abandoned it, assuming no control over life, exerting no influence on natural phenomenon, and giving no supernatural revelations. They don't believe that the Most High created us before the foundation of the world, and that he prepared works for us to walk into them, and that everything that's taking place on the earth is done according to the will of the Most High, and that he's in control of all things, and all things are playing out according to his plan, regardless of how it might appear. They don't believe that. They believe that it's basically, we got to come together. And he said, nowhere else in the Declaration, nowhere else in the Declaration or in any other founding document do we find mention of gods or creators. The entire basis of connecting God with the U.S. government rests entirely on three words: nature's God and creator, nothing more. So he's saying that's the only references to God. They try to say that, this country was established on Christian principles and the founding fathers were all these, Christians. But these cats was like, they were humanists. They believed in man and their reasoning and their ability. They believed in self. That's what they believed in. And and he's saying that the dudes that put together the document, they were putting it together from a deist point of view, to where either they believed that the Most High, or that the Most High created everything, or some being created everything and just just abandoned it, and either died or just forgot about it and don't have nothing to do with it. And those are the cats that wrote the document from that standpoint. Let me read on. It says, the Constitution of the United States, a pagan document. The only mention of religion in the Constitution comes from the exclusionary wording: Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. No religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office for public trust under the United States. Frustrating both pagans and Christians. Nowhere in the Constitution does it mention a God, or does it? Fear not, my fellow pagan, indeed it does. Within Amendment 20, you will find the word January, which comes from the Latin Janus, which refers to our god Janus, the Roman god of doors and gateways. Sunday, mentioned in the articles, blah, 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 that's where it came from, comes from the word sun, which refers to the Saxon sun god. March comes from the Latin Martius and refers to our pagan god Mars. Some Christians have tried to claim that the ratification date at the end of the document as referring to Jesus, but this fails for the reason that no Christian worship dates, while nothing prevents pagans around the world from worshiping the god Janus in January, Mars in March, Saxon, the sun god on Sunday. Of course, pagan Enlightenment thinking also influenced the Constitution, as well as many early American deists. Deism served such a powerful force in the formation of the naturalistic and scientific viewpoint in the minds of our founding fathers that it shouldn't surprise anyone that in 1787 to 1788, opponents frequently argued that the Constitution represented a deistic conspiracy to overthrow the Christian Commonwealth. The Constitution also uses words like Senate, justice, liberty, which describe Greek and Roman concepts, all of them pagan to the very core. And this dude is definitely dropping. He says democracy and republicanism, pagan concepts to the very core. The formation of the United States began a grand experiment in government. The ratification of the U.S. Constitution marks the first time any nation had dared to put a formal distance between church and state. Our founding fathers carefully studied the ancient governing states and kingdoms from the Greeks and Romans, the Saxon, and the theocracies of the medieval era. They had seen the dangers of church and state unions of both Europe and colonial America. They knew firsthand about the state-sponsored religious persecution. Our American founders wisely took the best features from various governments and left out the worst features, those that would impinge on personal freedom.